Mayor, you wrote a very conciliatory letter after the elections, basically asking everybody in Holyoke, look, everybody stated their views, we're still neighbors. Remember that. That's very important. A lot of people are fearful of the inauguration of Donald Trump because of some of the promises he's made, including to deport all the immigrants throughout the country, and that includes Massachusetts. So, my question to you, Mayor, is Holyoke a sanctuary city?
We do have I gotta look for it and pull it up. There's an executive order that was issued under Mayor Moore. It's an order relating to the enforcement of civil immigration detainers in the city of Holyoke. And where it reads here, um is and just so you're aware, this order is still in effect. It hasn't been revoked. I don't plan on revoking it. We have to reissue it, that's fine too. But where it reads here is, whereas the city of Holyoke is committed to the respectful treatment of immigrants in our community, whereas in order to enhance the trust of the immigrant community in our law enforcement and to ensure that all citizens receive the highest level of public safety, it is imperative that a policy be established regarding the administration and enforcement of civil immigration detainers by the Holyoke Police Department. Now, therefore, um, that I, Mayor, City of Holyoke, by virtue of the power invested in me, do hereby ordain. And then it reads here, Holyoke Police Department shall neither honor nor enforce a civil immigration detainer requested from the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement or the United States Customs and Border Patrol when such order seeks the excessive and or unnecessary detention of an individual in independent custody at the Holyoke Police Department beyond the point at which he or she would otherwise be released. This shall not apply where such order requests detainment of an individual who, one, is subject to a criminal warrant or court order for continued detention, or has been indicted or arraigned for a criminal offense, and or two, has been convicted of a serious crime, including but not limited to domestic violence or threats, or violent felony as defined in Massachusetts general law, or felony punishable by imprisonment in state prison. And or number three, if arrested and taken before magistrate on a charge involving a serious or violent felony as defined in Massachusetts general laws, or felony punishable by imprisonment in a state prison, and the magistrate finds probable cause to believe that the individual is guilty of such felony. And or number four, is a current registrant of the Massachusetts Sex Offender Registry, or is the defendant on a restraining order under Chapter 209A or a harassment order under Chapter 258, and or five, has been the cause of a person seeking shelter or other assistance to escape from abuse. Further, this policy shall not apply where a law enforcement or public safety purpose, including but not limited to medical protection concerns, exists for detaining an individual that is unrelated to the enforcement of civil immigration law. And it took effect on 11/19/2014. And from what I understood too, looking into this, that this isn't anything that the city of Holyoke hasn't already been doing before. It doesn't conflict with federal laws, which are different from state and local laws, or it can be. But that's the order that's in place at the moment, and we'll continue to honor that here in the city of Holyoke, as we've always been since we've started being an immigrant migrant community.
Thank you, Mayor.
And as far as what's going on, I try to, you know, this isn't a new conversation here in America's history, right? I think the United States continues to be an idea, and through time, those ideas, you know, how we practice our idea, and it evolves, and we make our votes accordingly, and next election we do it again, right? And so, I regardless of what's happening on the national level, and it's important to pay attention, and for those that are frustrated, it's important to, think things through, but also not forget like who we are as neighbors. And we've done so much work here in the city to bring people together, collaboration, coordination, and achieve growth and coexist. And it's, throughout my short experience being around, right, I've seen what elections do to a community, and certainly don't want to go backwards on that front. And I want to make sure that as long as we have our core beliefs and our core commitments at the center here in our city, that we can certainly continue to work together no matter what our differences are. And I'm hoping that message resonates across the board throughout the city, because I can't do this work alone. I need the community's help. This is not what the mayor can do for Holyoke. It's what everybody can do for this city. And if we don't have that level of engagement and pride, I have no community. What's the point? So, I'm hoping that the public can just stay focused and continue to work together, continue to follow the politics, right? Like I said, next election season, you mobilize again, and we do the work per our process. But also, let's not let let's not let that fight interfere with the fight here locally that we've been doing for each other.